As Georgie and Mandy's first marriage heads into its winter hiatus, the series does so having deliberately dismantled many of the assumptions its characters believed were firmly in place. What once seemed like stable plans, professional, personal, and emotional, have been steadily unraveled over the course of the last 2 episodes, leaving nearly everyone reassessing where they stand and what they truly want. Rather than offering comfort or reassurance before the break, the show leans into disruption, using the pause as an opportunity to reset expectations and signal meaningful change ahead. Episodes 9 and 10 function almost like a 1-2 punch, each attacking a different pillar of stability in Georgie's life. Episode 9 targets ambition and business, exposing the cracks in Georgie and Ruben's partnership, while Episode 10 turns its attention to family, using the emotional pressure cooker of Christmas to strip away any remaining illusions of control. Together, these episodes make it clear that the version of the future Georgie thought he was building may no longer be sustainable, and that confronting this reality is long overdue. In Episode 9, Georgie's relentless drive and refusal to slow down finally catch up with him. His unchecked ambition pushes Ruben to the edge, nearly driving him out of their shared business and into the arms of Fagenbacher, who offers a buyout that promises security and predictability. What initially appears to be just another disagreement between business partners quickly escalates into something far more serious. Ruben is no longer just frustrated, he is genuinely considering walking away. This moment is crucial because it reframes the partnership between Georgie and Ruben. For much of the series, Georgie has seen himself as the visionary, the risk-taker, the engine driving the business forward. Ruben, by contrast, has often been positioned, at least in Georgie's mind, as the cautious one, the obstacle, the voice urging restraint when Georgie wants to push ahead. Episode 9 forces Georgie to confront the uncomfortable truth that this dynamic is not only unfair, but actively harmful. Executive producer Steve Holland has made it clear that Ruben's near exit was never intended to be a bluff or a temporary scare tactic. The goal was to corner Georgie emotionally and intellectually, leaving him no choice but to face a realization he has been avoiding for far too long, that his approach to partnership has been deeply flawed. For the first time, Georgie is forced to see that he has not always been a good collaborator, or even a particularly good listener. Holland explains that Georgie's single-minded focus on growth and competition has gradually distorted how he views Ruben. Rather than seeing him as an equal partner with valid concerns and perspectives, Georgie has come to regard him as someone who is constantly holding him back. In this mindset, the partnership itself begins to feel like a liability instead of a shared endeavor. That perception, more than any single argument, is what brings the business to the brink of collapse. This imbalance is precisely what makes Fagenbacher's buyout offer so tempting for Ruben. On the surface, it is a financial proposition, but its appeal runs much deeper than money. For Ruben, the offer represents stability, safety, and an escape from the constant pressure of feeling undervalued. Actor Jessie Prez emphasizes that Ruben's attraction to the deal stems from his personality and his circumstances as much as from the numbers on the page. Ruben, as Prez describes him, is someone who finds comfort in predictability. Growing up and living in a small town has shaped his outlook, making caution feel like a sensible survival strategy rather than a weakness. Playing it safe is not laziness, it is a way of protecting what little stability he has managed to build. When Georgie challenges that instinct, questioning whether Ruben is willing to do whatever it takes to win, it cuts deeper than Georgie realizes. That confrontation forces Ruben to ask himself a devastating question. Did he make a fundamental mistake by going into business with Georgie in the first place? It is not just about differing strategies or personalities. It is about trust, respect, and whether Georgie truly sees him as an equal. Once that doubt takes root, the partnership can no longer function as it did before. The emotional weight of this reckoning is amplified by the series' decision to finally step outside the tire shop and into Ruben's personal life. For the first time, viewers are given access to the world Ruben inhabits when he is not negotiating contracts or managing inventory. This shift in perspective is one of the most impactful creative choices the show has made all season. Jessie Prez describes this moment as deeply meaningful, both professionally and personally. Meeting Ruben's abuela and seeing his home environment adds layers of context that had previously been missing. For Prez, reading the script was an emotional experience, one that brought him close to tears. It marked the first time the audience was invited to truly understand how Ruben feels, rather than just how he reacts. By changing the setting, the show allows viewers to see what has always been present beneath the surface. The metaphor Prez uses is particularly telling, opening the hood and finally looking inside. For much of the series, Ruben's internal life has remained hidden, overshadowed by Georgie's louder ambitions. This episode pulls that internal world into focus, revealing a man whose choices are shaped by family, responsibility, and a desire for security.